Here's a level 11 type question. A factory produces pots, X, and pans, Y. 3 times the number of pans is at most 20 more than 4 times the number of pots. In a spreadsheet, I'm just going to put all my information. 3 times the number of pans, that's 3Y, is at most, so that means less than or equal to 20 more than what? But the what first? 4 times the number of pots. So 4X, and then 20 more than that, plus 20. I want to get the y's all alone, so I'm going to divide everything by 3. We have 4 divided by 3 and 20 divided by 3. 20 divided by 3 is 6.6 repeating. Put that there to remember that. The next one, 8 times the number of pots, 8x, added to 7 times the number of pans, plus 7y, is more than 48. So more than, greater than 48. I want to subtract the 8x from both sides, minus 8x plus 48, and then divide everything by 7. Y is less than 8/7, and then 48 divided by 7, which is almost 7. What is 48 divided by 7? 6.85. And the next one, 5 times the number of pans, 5y, is not fewer than, that means greater than or equal to, 44 less than what? 11 times the number of pots, so 11x. 44 less than that, minus 44. And then I want to get rid of that y, so I'm going to divide everything by 5. 44 divided by 5, which is 8.8. Minus 8.8 is our b value. The next one, 3 times the number of pots, that's 3x, added to 4 times the number of pans, so plus 4y, is not larger than, so that means less than or equal to 67. I want to get rid of that 3x. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, minus 3x plus 67. And then I want to get rid of that 4. So I'm going to divide everything by 4, minus 3/4, and then 67 divided by 4, which is 16.75. The production cost in each pot is $38.38. Let's go over here, $38.33 on each pot and $19.45 on each pan. 19.45. I'm going to rewrite that right here. X plus 19.45. Y is our cost. If I subtract the 38.33, so minus 38.33x from both sides, and then divide everything by the 19.45. And the c divided by the 19.45, we're just going to call that our new b value because we're going to be scanning that up and down, so we're going to be changing the b value as we go, so we don't really care what the b value is. Let's figure out what the 38.33 over 19.45 is. Negative 1.97. So I think we can think of that as negative 19.7 divided by 10. Think of that as our slope. So let's plot everything that we know. Y is less than 4/3 x plus 20 over 3, which is 6.6 repeating. So I'm just going to go to my 6. And the slope is 4/3. So move over 3 and up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is less than or equal to, so it's a solid line, and we are shading below. And I'm just going to grab this line. And holding down the command key, I'm going to be moving up 0.6. So 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then because it's 0.6 repeating, which is close to 0.65. So that's 0.65. So this is 6.65, which is as close as we're going to get. The next one, we have y is greater than negative 8/7x plus 48/7. That 48/7 is 6.85, okay, which is really close to 7. I'll put my point on 7. The slope is negative 8/7. So I'm going to move over 7. And down 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is greater than, so it's a dotted line, and we're shading above. I'm just going to hold down the command key and point 6.85. So this is 6.9. 6.85 is there. Our next line, y is greater than 11/5, negative 8.8. So let's go and get our negative 8.8, which is really close to 9. Our slope is 11/5, so over 5 and up 11, up 10 and up 11, maybe like that. It's greater than or equal to, so we're shading above, and it's a solid line like that. It's really 8.8, right? So I have to go up 0.2, 0.1, 0.2. It's negative 8.8. Drag our arrow back up to there. Next line, we have y is less than or equal to negative 3/4 x plus 67/4, which is 16.75. With the translation tool, 16.75, which is close to 17, so I'm just going to go to 17. And our slope is -3/4, so I'm moving over 4 and down 3. 1, 2, 3, like that. It is less than or equal to, so solid line, and we are shading below. I'm going to hold down the command key because we're trying to get to 16.75. So 16.9875. I'm just going to drag the arrow over here. All right, so this is our polygon of constraints. It's going to be in here. Go to the polygon tool, turn off snapping, and try and get the dot right on top of where the lines cross. If you get close but it's not quite right, just hold the command key down and use your arrow keys to get it right in exactly where the right position. Like that. We are after the minimum. We've already discussed the scanning line. You don't have to use the scanning line. You can just put in your points. I'm thinking this is probably going to be our minimum, or maybe something like this. But I would put in the points, whole number points around this point and see what it is. This is 5, 3, and 4, well, 4, 2 is out, so 4, 3. So let's fill that down. 4, 3 is even better than 5, 3. Well, let's go to 1, 6. See what that does for us. 1, 6 is even better. 1, 7. Well, it looks like this is going to be our minimum, 1, 6. Let's look at our scanning line. Our slope is negative 19.7 over 10. I'm going to pick some convenient b value like 15. Turn on the snapping. My slope is negative 19.7 over 10. So I'm going to move over 10. We're going to go down 19.7. So down 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to 0.7. I'm going to go up 0.3. Holding down the command key, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So there's your 19.7. We're talking about this is going to be our scanning line. All right, and if I hold down the option key and grab that line, I can scan through it. So my minimum is going to be close to here. This point or this point. You can see that this point, I need to turn the snapping off there. The 1, 6 is going to be better than the 1, 7 or the 2, 5. That's what the scanning line does for you. It really eliminates any uncertainty. So we're saying 1, 6 at $155.03 is our minimal cost. 1, 6, don't forget your $sign, $155.03. Then press enter. Yay. And that's it for question number 11. Have a good day.